What is happening? What is going on? Look at that. Lions, not sheep. From my buddy Sean Whalen. Sean Whalen, if you don't know who he is, look him up. There's a chance that he could offend you. He's a great guy, though. So look, I wanted to come on and talk about the importance of sharing other people's stuff. If your intention is to grow and expand your business with social media, you need to understand why it's important to share other people's content, why you should be sharing other people's stuff. Like Frank Crenity, my brother from another mother, just shared this out. I just got notified. Jose Garza just shared this out. Look at that, man. Got some ballers coming in here sharing my stuff out. It's crazy. So look, and he knows who he is, this dude. I'm not going to mention his name. I was just watching a live stream a little bit ago. Doug Wing, my brother, how in the world are you? Thank you, Frank Crenity. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, Jose. Larry Schneider, I know you shared it. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, because you makes you a good person. So, look, Joe Ingram just shared this out. Thank you, Joe. See, okay. So let me explain something to you. Like this guy said, stop sharing oh my gosh, Glenn Morshower, my brother, is on here. Glenn, do you want to jump on here, dude? Can you? Are you filming? Are you in a good internet area? If you are, I'll send you a link. So, hey, Scott Rickard, how are you? So look, I was watching this other live stream and this dude said, stop sharing so-and-so's content on your page. It's not doing anything to help you build your business. And I respectfully disagree with that. And I'm going to explain to you why. Here's why. First, let me start way back when I first started doing live streaming. And that was about 6 years ago. And I said, we have Facebook user from Naples. I know who that is. That's Laura, who hasn't gone over and clicked on the StreamYard.com/Facebook and say, hey, show my name. So hi, Laura. So look, is this an awesome shirt or what, dude? Lions, not sheep. I love this shirt. So sharing, first off, there's this old saying, sharing is caring. And this is called social media. It's not called me media. And if you want to get attention, money follows attention. If you disagree with that, drop a 2. If you agree that money follows attention, drop a 1. Rick Dittman just shared it out. Look at all you amazing people sharing this out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So if you want to get attention, if you want to use social media to grow your business, then you have to get attention. You have to get attention. And the only way to get attention is, number one, you've got to do a lot. You got to show up a lot. You got to be consistent. You got to show up a lot. Number two, you do have to have some content. You have to develop yourself. You may just start live streaming tomorrow and you're like, I don't have any content though. That's okay. It's okay to not have content starting out. You'll find your content as you do this. I'm telling you, you will find your content. But to say, I'm not going to share out anybody else's stuff, especially not influencers, I'm not doing it. No, it's not good for my business is not the right approach. So the right approach is, like this particular person that said this, I wouldn't even know who this guy was if it weren't for this influencer friend of mine shouting him out all the time because he does share his stuff or whatever. I don't know, but so like you've got to look at this from a perspective of the more that you're sharing other people's stuff, the more that you get. Look, Glenn Morshower, a famous Hollywood actor. How could he even share my stuff out? A movie star. He hates being called a movie star. Glenn Morshower just shared this out. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate you, bro. But like, if you want attention, you've got to give attention. You've got to give attention. Anna, or is it Anna? Anna or Anna? I'll say we'll go with I'll go with Anna. I share stuff all the time. There are a lot of great folks in the community. Exactly. There's a lot of great people. Now, I'm not saying, hey, if their content's terrible, don't share it. Don't share it. But like, I'm going to start all the way back. I'm going to start all the way back 6 years ago when live streaming just started in 2014. When Periscope first came out, and then there was Meerkat, and then there was Blab, and there were all these different platforms. This was before Facebook. Facebook didn't even start live streaming until I think they started testing around 2015. It was 2016-ish, I believe, when they started rolling it out to the general public. But here's the thing. Glenn, I saw what Joe said. I was not going to acknowledge that, Glenn. I wasn't going to, just don't, if you ignore it, he quits making jokes. But anyway, so I found out about live streaming on Periscope, and then I heard about Grant Cardone, then I heard about, all these other people, Ty Lopez, and all these people that are doing live streams on Periscope. And I didn't even have an iPhone. So I went and got an iPhone just so I could be on Periscope so I could live stream. And every single time Grant Cardone went live, I was the first one there. I had notifications on, and I was quick on the trigger, and I was always the first one there, first one to comment, and first one to share it out to my followers. And what does that do for Grant? Well, it builds his business. It gets him more attention, gets him more followers. It gets people going, who is this dude? Now, it doesn't mean that everybody likes him, because not everybody does like him, but at least it's getting him attention, right? And then Grant sees that. He sees that. And he's like, oh, Ken Walls, hey, finally, he starts shouting me out. Hey, there's Ken Walls. Look at that. He's always first, shares my stuff out. I appreciate you, man. And he's shouting me out, shouting me out, shouting me out. I develop this. Then I meet Jeffrey Gitomer. What do? I start sharing the crap out of Jeffrey Gitomer stuff. Why? Because A, it's valuable content, and B, I want him to know who I am. There's a saying, and it's a wrong saying, and it's people are always like, well, it's all about who you know. No, wrong. It's not about who you know. Wrong answer. It's about who knows you. Who knows you? If I wanted to get an influencer's attention, I'm going to give you an example. Like Robert Brooker, every single time he comes on my live streams, boom, he shares it out. Instantly shares it out. First thing he does, every single time. If you want to get somebody's attention, the best way to get their attention is help them. Help that person. Well, what can you do for a guy worth $500 million? Probably not much, right? There's probably not much you could do. But what if we just finished filming our 5th consecutive day of a 10-day, 95-page shoot? I don't know what that means, but I know that you were doing 10 scenes a day. And dude, that's a long day. Roxy was saying she did 4 scenes in one day, and it was a 10-hour day. So that's intense. And you're a professional, dude. You're a professional. Glenn Morshower is currently in Louisiana filming a movie with the one and only John Schneider. You guys know him best as Bo from the Dukes of Hazzard. Bo Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard is John Schneider, and Glenn is filming a movie with John down at John's place. And if you didn't see on the Ken and Glenn show with a guy named Scott on Sunday, Glenn actually did the show from John's, I guess, kitchen dining room. And John joined us. He was on the show with us. It was phenomenal. What a great show. What a great show that was. There's Kimberly. Kimberly, how in the world are you doing? So look, if you want to get attention, help other people get attention. Period. You want to get attention. The film is called Viridian. Viridian. Does that stand for something? Does Viridian stand, or is that like a last name? I'm curious. So if you want attention, if you want to grow your business via social media, you have to look at that. Brian Hess, my brother, how in the world are you doing, man? Flying out to LA. I saw it, man. I saw it. I saw that you were in the airport a little bit ago heading to LA. Good for you, bro. That's awesome. Congratulations. So if you want attention, which if you're trying to build your social media platform, you need to want attention. If you're trying to build up social media, you need to get attention. If you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of followers, my one remaining goal in life is to put Ken in a movie. Oh, dude, I would be so honored. I'm not an actor, as you know, but I'd be honored. So you've got to give, if you want more love, here's an idea. Give more love. This is called social media. It's not called me media. When I go through somebody's page and I look and all they have is, look how great I am. Look how great my family is. Look how great I am. Look how great my business is. Look how great my family is. Look how great and there's nothing of anybody else's. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in having that kind of a friendship when I go out and I share people's stuff all the time. I was just on Mark Gassert's live a little bit ago. I shared his live stream to my page, to my 5,000 friends. And I whenever Glenn's live, I share Glenn's stuff. Glenn's rarely live without me. I'm just kidding. But like you got to share other people's stuff, man. You got to share other people's stuff. And if you want the attention of an influencer, I'll give you another example. Because of all of this, I made the announcement, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago that Jeffrey Gitomer asked me to write a chapter, one of the opening chapters in his new book. Jeffrey Gitomer is a 4 times New York Times bestselling author. He holds the world record for being on the Wall Street Journal bestseller list, and he asked me to write a chapter in his book. Do you think that that's because I don't share his stuff? No, it's because I do share his stuff, and he respects me and appreciates that. That's where opportunities. So that helps my business. When Glenn Morshower, who's been an actor for 45 years, one of the most famous character actors in Hollywood, is saying, I want my brother Ken on a movie with me. Like, that's mind-blowing to me, right? But he knows that I'm a good dude because I'm going to share his stuff. I'm going to help him deliver his message to the world. So if you want more, help others get more, man. If you want more, you got to help others get more. I mean, period. And you might think that maybe somebody like Glenn Morshower, who's obviously done incredibly well, or Jeffrey Gitomer, or Tony Robbins, or Grant Cardone, or these big wealthy gurus that you might think, well, why would I share their stuff and clutter up my page with that? First off, you're not cluttering up your page because it's maybe 0.5% of all people will actually go to your page. They'll see your posts in the stream. And guess what it does for you with the Facebook algorithm when you're sharing other people's stuff? Here's what it does. When you share other people's stuff, it tells Facebook that you're interested in being part of the entire community, not just your little piece of the world. And so Facebook makes sure that more people see your posts. Interesting how that works, right? Because it's a network of people and sharing ideas and content and love. It's not a network of you or just me, right? It's us. It's we. So share other people's stuff. If you want, I'm just saying, and this may actually hold the record for the number of shares. This thing's been shared like crazy. You guys are unbelievable. So thank you for that. And Asa says, I live in Sweden, and thanks to Facebook, I share out people's stuff. Thanks to that, I now have clients around the world. So magical. It is magical, right? I'm with you on that. 1000% I'm with you. If you share other people's stuff, guess what happens? People are sharing me right now. People are sharing this video right now to their Facebook page. There's a lot of hearts and thumbs up and sorry. I'm feeling dude, I'm sorry. I'm feeling passionate. This isn't yelling. This is me being passionate. So like, look, man, when people are sharing, your videos out, when people are sharing your content out, and they're pounding that heart button or they're pounding that like button. I like it when they're pounding that heart button or the ha 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 button. But when people are doing that and when you're getting all kinds of comments, again, remember that you're not talking about just using social media for your benefit. And if you are using it for your benefit, well, then it's going to benefit you more. And somebody just said it a little bit ago, and I should have thrown it up on the screen. Let me find it. Hold on. Here it is. Rick said it right here. He said, my favorite quote in the world, Zig Ziglar. I keep the booklet right here next to me. Zig Ziglar's little book of big quotes right on the front cover. If you help enough other people you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. That's written by Zig Ziglar right there. And guess what? The guy that created that book is a friend of mine, Kyle Wilson. Kyle Wilson was Jim Rohn's business partner for 18 years. I'm still on set. I'm going to walk to my quarters and get my earbuds. Send me the link and I will join you in about 10 minutos. Perfect, dude. Perfect. I'm going to send you the link, my brother. So, no sheep up in here. Love it. See, there's Robert Brooker. And guess what? Before Robert even came on and he says hi to everybody. He is the king of commenting. Like Robert, he's the comment king right there. That's your title. I saw you say that about somebody else said that about you. You are, dude. You have got great comments. So Gleno, how do I send this to you, man? Do you want me to email it? Do you want me to, I'll text it to you. I'll text it. Here we go. And we're going to try to get Glenn on here via his mobile device because I know he doesn't have internet on his laptop where he is. So Robert always, every single time Robert comes on my stream, before he even says hi, he shares it out. Look, Patricia Lynn Burgess, she just shared this out. Thank you, Patricia. And that's what I'm talking about. If you, hey, Tim Lord, thank you for jumping on. Kellen's awesome. So look, if you want more attention on social media, give more attention. Give more attention, and you will get more attention. I promise you. Absolutely promise you. Give more attention. to get more attention. If you want more, what's the word? More traction on social media. You want more people to listen to you. You want more people to like your posts. See, here's the thing. Lynn Serrano, thank you so much. I love this woman. And because of me sharing so much, because I share all the time, I share other people's content literally all the time, I was invited to be a speaker at a big event in Las Vegas with 500 people in the audience. And Lynn Serrano is the one that went up on stage, grabbed the microphone. It was planned. And she introduced me to everybody before I got up there and spoke. I almost said speaked. Before I got up there and spoke. Exposure. Absolutely. If you want more exposure, you've got to give more exposure. You got to give, if I want you guys to think about this for real. How many of you have seen, and just be honest, you don't have to name them. You don't have to name who it is. Joe said, I shared it 4 times on my timeline. Oh my gosh. But listen, how many of you have been to somebody's Instagram page or Facebook page and all they talk about is themselves? Or drop a 1 if you've ever been on somebody's Instagram or Facebook and all they talk about is themselves or their business. And they don't talk about how awesome JR is. And they don't talk about how funny Joe Ingram is. And you don't see any other post. How many of you have seen that and you get that feeling like, wow, does this guy care about anybody but himself? Does she really think she's that cool? Like I'm being serious though. Like I want to put this into perspective where we all go and we look at other people's stuff. And I mean, be honest. We're all judgmental. I like anybody that says, oh, I never judge others will lie to you about other stuff too. Cause they do. You have to judge others if you're going to survive in this world. So it happens. And the best way to make sure that you're developing a great online reputation, the best way is to share other people's stuff. Show the world that you care about more than just you. Show the world that you care more about other people than you do yourself. And guess what? The world will come back and they'll be like, daggone, I like this chick. She's awesome, man. She posts some stuff about herself and her family and her business and what she does, but she's also always posting about other people. And listen, this is what also gives you more of a chance. So let's pretend for a minute that we'll talk about I do have a Tumblr account, as a matter of fact. We'll talk about let's say it's your personal Facebook page. We'll start there because there's personal and then there's business Facebook pages. Let's say your personal Facebook page. Yes, of course, Joe, you are judging me right now. I know you're always judging me. But so let's say on your personal Facebook page, you put a picture up and it's of you and your family. You're going to get a lot of likes probably. Remember, the more likes you get on something, you're instantly affecting the algorithm. So Facebook goes, oh, this is a popular post. Let's show it more. Once it fizzles out, like I had a post the other day showing my 18-year sobriety coin. I took a picture of it and I wrote a thing saying how grateful I am for my wife and my family and my friends and my sobriety of 18 years. And it got 470 likes or 460 likes or something. But it's not going to get many more than that right now. It will not get many more than that because the algorithm has said, okay, this thing has died down. Let's push it down. Let's not show it to anyone else. Unless somebody comes directly to my page and they start scrolling through my page and they go, oh, that's nice. And they click that, which that's more like stalker-ish, but whatever. So we all do it. So that's one way the algorithm works, right? If you are Now, if all you do is share your pictures and your posts and nobody else's, you're telling Facebook that you're not a very social person, that you're not really interested in other people on the platform. You're only interested in you. And so Facebook is a social media platform, not a me media platform. So when you're telling them, I'm not interested in sharing Joe's stuff, I'm not interested in Robert Brooker's stuff, I'm not interested in Asa, I'm interested in just me, well, then you're telling the algorithm to ignore you. Not as much, not necessarily, but you are impacting the algorithm in a negative way by not sharing other people's stuff. That's number one. And if you put up a post, let's say you have 1,000 friends, if you put up a post, you're going to be lucky if, I don't know, 1%, maybe less of your entire friends list sees that in their feed. Now, if that 1%, so out of 1,000, 1% is 100 people, right? No, out of 1,000, I'd be 10% would be 100. So 10 people. So out of that, those 1,000 friends, no. Am I doing that wrong? What is out of 1,000 friends? Yeah, it'd be 10 people. So 10 people see that. Now, if 8 of those 10 people like it or love it or whatever, then guess what it does? It tells Facebook, oh, this is popular. Let's push it back up for a little bit longer and see if it gets more likes. And if a bunch more people like it, Facebook's like, oh, we have a hot one here. Let's keep pushing it up. So when people come on Facebook, they're not going to their page and looking through their page. They're going to the math is hard. Right. But they're going to their news feed, and they scroll through their news feed. And there's Glenn Bill. What's happening, brother? Good to see you, man. So they're going to their news feed and they're scrolling through their news feed. And their news, if you're like me, like you'll scroll, I might scroll through 10 or 15, maybe 20 posts, and then I refresh the news feed. Who does that? Drop a 1 if you do that. For real, drop a 1 if you find yourself scrolling through maybe 10 or 15 posts and then you refresh the page. I do it every single time. I've taken note of this. I know that I do it, and I freely admit that I do it. So there's a chance that I don't even see your post. It might be one of the most beautiful pictures of a rose you've ever taken, and I never get to see it because I'm like everybody else. I refresh the feed after scrolling through a handful of posts. And if I don't see something that's interesting, I refresh it. Joe said, Joe, but see, you say that, that's everybody, man. That's literally everybody. So remember that if you want to become more popular, not with people on Facebook, your primary concern needs to be, I want to be popular with the algorithm on Facebook. And then more people will see you. So learn to share other people's stuff out. The more you share other people's stuff out, the more the Facebook algorithm notices that you are a team player. You are on team social media. So that is what I have to say about that. I like explore page on Instagram, wondering if Facebook is going to radically reboot, start some point. I'm not sure I understand what you mean there, Anna. Ken Walls, dude, really? Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. So instead of thinking when you see people, consider developing a habit of experience a feeling you associate with them, or simply a feeling of acceptance. This will keep in judgments being thought of. Amen, dude. So now here's something else. Oh, dude, you were live. I didn't even see you were live, brother. I'll have to go back and watch it. So here's the thing. If it's a business page, this is where it gets real tricky. If you have a business page and you're not sharing, or you're sharing your posts on your business page, there's only one way. Well, there's a couple of ways. Business pages get seen even less than personal pages. They get seen far less. Why? Well, Facebook knows. Love you too, Lynn. Facebook knows that it's a business. They know that it's a business. And they know that you're in business to make money. I see a different set of timeline posts on Facebook using my iPad than I do on my iPhone. That's interesting. That's interesting. Wonder why. I wonder why. That'd be worth looking into. But you know, here's the thing. When you have a business page, sharing other businesses' information to your business page is not going to hurt you. It's only going to help you with the Facebook algorithm. Spending a little bit of money to boost your posts on Facebook, and I'm not talking about a lot, 10, 20 bucks, spending a little bit of money. Doug, thank you for sharing this, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Investing a little bit of money to boost your posts or to let me see. I mean, the way the scroll stacks on Facebook, there should be some way to expand how we see more. For now, it's a deep scroll. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree 1,000%. So it tracks interactions by device. Gotcha. You got me open on both devices. Plus, I know you have notifications turned on because you love me, Joe. And Joe is very active on my live streams, and Joe gets a lot of shout outs on my live stream. So, but here's the thing with a business page, if you post something on a business page, and I mean, I have 70,000 followers on my business page. We only have 26 people watching right now. Why? Why is that? Think about that. And I go live a lot, and I go live on all my pages. Why do we only have now 21 people and I have 70,000 fans on my fan page? Why? Well, it's not because I don't go live enough. It's not because I don't post enough. It's because it's a business page. And Brian, it's because it's a business page. And Facebook wants you to help them get out of debt. I mean, they're very, very poor company. Facebook is almost broke. They're going bankrupt. I'm kidding. They want you to spend money. That's how they make money. It's the only way they make money. The only way Facebook makes money is if you have a business page and you pay to advertise with Facebook. See how there's no other way they make money. Well, they're a publicly traded company, but you know what I mean. That's how they make money. Joe, I do not disagree with that. I do not disagree. So look, if you want to get more attention on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn and everywhere, you have to give more attention to other people. You have to. I was on Mark's live stream tonight, and I tagged a massive influencer. I tagged Judy Fox. I also tagged Jeffrey Gittimer, who's a dear friend of mine. And Judy Fox came on the live stream while it was live. Judy did not know either one of those guys prior to that. And she's a massive LinkedIn influencer. She is awesome. I mean, she is awesome. Send me the link at your email. Okay, I'll do it right now, dude. On the way. I just saw that. Let me do it right now. We're going to get the one and the only Glenn Morshower on the bam. There you go, dude. It is on its way to your inbox. We're going to get the one and only, the great Glenn Morshower on here with us. And so what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying now. Hold on a minute. There we go. So if you want to get more attention, give more attention. If you want more attention on your business page, share other businesses' information. And it's just a good spiritual principle. Like, here, one of my favorite movies of all time is a movie called Miracle on 34th Street. And if you remember, I'm sure most of you have seen it, a lot of you. If you remember in the movie, the Santa Claus that works for the big department store says he starts sending people down to their biggest competitor store because they didn't have this one product in stock. And the manager flipped out. What are you doing? You're sending our customers away to somewhere else. But see, it created so much goodwill that the customers, it just solidified the reason that these customers wanted to come back and shop at this store. Now, I'm not saying that you should send your customers to your competitors. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that. But if they call you and they need something or want something that you can't provide, why wouldn't you? Even if they are a competitor. It creates a different energy in your life and your business. It creates an abundant mentality. It creates this energy for your business and your life that's like, hey, I'm a giver. I'm not afraid of losing out. I'm going to share. And the more that you put on social media, the more chances you have of being seen on social media. We have the one and only Glenn Morshower with us. What's happening?
Hey, brother, I'm wondering why I'm getting a delay. I'm getting two different voices.
It'll clear up.
I'm listening to you talk right now and you're not talking. There it goes. Oh. No, you're still talking.
You have it open somewhere. You have Facebook open in the background.
Okay.
Did you close Facebook?
Let me close Facebook. How about now? We good?
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
There you go. Eric Bam is in the house. What's up, Eric Bam? So dude, how's it going down there in Louisiana?
Well, really good, bud. And my visit will be brief. I ran up to the quarters and then I grabbed my earbuds and got my laptop and then drove up to John's house. And so that I could get, because the link is questionable down near the production office, and the only rock solid link on the property is up here at John's house. So
wow.
And I ran into John on the way up here.
Did you?
He was cruising in his little Jeep. We had torrential rains down here today, so it's a big mud fest. And he invited me to see his movie. We watched a movie of his last night, and he's got another one playing, and tonight is our Friday, even though it's Thursday.
Yeah.
So everyone is partying because tomorrow is an off day. And I don't want to miss a part of that. It's a rare and wonderful privilege when you get invited to a screening, and he's got a big movie room that's here on the property. So all the cast and crew are going down there, and he said, I'm running up to make popcorn, and you're welcome to go do your thing, and we'll see you back down here in about 20 minutes. So I said, okay. So
he's
it's just
making popcorn there right now, or
he's making the popcorn, and he's got, I get Ken, it's the little things in life. It's the little things in life that bring us joy. So you know what this smile is about right now?
What is it?
You'll think I'm joking, and I'm not joking. That's what's horrifying, is that I mean it. And John gets just as excited. Both of us are really into ice and the texture of ice.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is there's a specific kind of ice, specifically the shaved ice.
I love shaved ice.
Shaved ice, a la snow cone.
Yeah.
And John has a shaved ice maker in his home. Especially, that's all it does. It's not part of the fridge. I don't mean that. I mean
Oh
a
my
separate,
God.
specific thing that made shaved ice, and he loved it so much that he put in a shaved ice maker down in the movie theater. So we line up to get our shaved ice, and whatever beverage you're having over shaved ice, I know this much: every beverage is better.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Just a little hiccup, I think, in the internet there. He is out in the middle of nowhere. There, you're back. You're back. Had a hiccup.
I don't know if you have me back or
Yeah,
not.
I have you. Just a little hiccup.
Can
you hear me?
Ken, I'm going to leave and come back.
You'll be okay.
Let's try that.
Can you hear me? Yeah, so shaved ice is a wonderful thing. I wonder if Glenn, let me see about, okay. I had to kick your other one from the studio.
Yeah. Okay. I'm back.
You're back. Yeah, I hear you. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
What were you talking about? I've been away for about 15 minutes. I know you were talking about the importance of sharing content out, and also the importance of sharing other people's stuff. And all I want to say on that is that, yes, I couldn't agree with Zig Ziglar more, that it is when we are being of service that we are the most blessed. And it's a byproduct. It's not the goal.
Yeah.
The goal should never be, I'm going to help others because you help others is because it's the right thing to do, period. Amen. That's where it stops. That's really where it stops. That's all that should be in it for us, is the good feelings that are inherent with helping other human beings. Then it turns out that in addition to the good feelings, the bonus plan is that all of a sudden the floodgates of magnetism have opened up for you to be able to acquire anything you want, because now the universe is simply doing for you, the universe, God, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, but life is helping you out, mirroring the same way you are helping others out. So
I agree, dude.
I know you do. I know you live by that. And I was bragging on you because several people, I didn't have my earbuds, so you were really loud on set.
Oh,
and several people were coming up and going, man, this guy's really jacked up. They did. They said, he's very enthusiastic. What's going on with him? I said, I have to admit, he's my dear brother. And he gets very excited. He gets excited about sharing. I get excited about shaved ice.
Oh, dude, I love shaved ice.
Shaved ice is can we drop a 1 if there are other shaved ice enthusiasts? Come on, man. That's funny.
That is funny. So there's a lot of them. Everybody was on here talking. So, here's the thing, dude, is I think that, and this all stems from, I was watching a somebody else's live stream, and I heard a comment, stop sharing so-and-so's content. It's doing nothing to help you with your business. And I completely disagree.
I agree I disagree as well.
It 100%, look, if it weren't for the fact that I'm sharing and I care so much and I help other people by sharing their content and all, I wouldn't know you. And I said earlier, I don't know if I said it in this live stream or not, but I said, my buddy Glenn Morshower FaceTimed me yesterday from his trailer on a movie set. And I talked to him and John Schneider because of the, and is it just because I share stuff? No, it's because I have a sharing and caring heart, and I give to other people. And that's part of and I was explaining the science behind it with the algorithm as well. But,
May I continue on the bandwidth of explaining the science behind it?
Please, I'm gonna give you full screen.
Okay, so for anyone who says don't do that, Ken, and I'm not attacking anyone, I'm just offering, especially if they might happen to be someone who still watches your live stream, in case you are someone who thinks that it's not helping your business at all, Ken, you're only helping other people out, it's not growing you, it's a colossal waste of time, you need to focus on your business, your plan, your income, your life. Here's what I would offer that person. It only seems keyword here, seems. It only seems as though it's not helping your life. And I'll tell you why. It is as a result, this comes as a result of a preoccupation with the micro perspective of things. And the minute we shift from micro to macro, we're now looking at the overview of our lives. We're looking at long-term, we're looking at big picture. So how I behave today, and specifically how I even behave in this next moment, stacked end on end produces a macro outcome, not maybe, but most assuredly. And so I just want to keep making conscious contributions in the micro that stacked up together equal a most favorable macro. And that's really all you're doing. So how about this? I want to actually ask people to stop saying this, even though I know they only say it jokingly, but there is a really bad saying that has surfaced here over the last few years, and it is the negative saying, no good deed goes unpunished. And I am illustrating that to ask you to actually improve and enhance the quality of your life by not being yet another volunteer to echo this sentiment. Because what it makes it sound like is that when you do good deeds, it doesn't make a damn bit of difference and you ultimately will be punished for it. You know, he walked the old lady across the street, and what happened? He got killed by a car and the lady didn't. That is such a negative way to look at life. Here's the deal. I would like to rephrase the saying, no good deed goes unpunished, to say this, and I'm actually asking for some heart from our audience to consider. No good deed, no good deed goes unacknowledged. No good deed goes unacknowledged. And for anyone who believes in God, I can't imagine having any other take on noticing that these are conscious deposits that happen within this beautiful system that we operate within. And so truly no good deed goes unacknowledged. Every one of them is a logged deposit into the great ledger book that is life. Life is always watching. We are always under surveillance. And if nothing more, even for those in our audience who are not faith-driven people, here's the reality. You're still under your own surveillance. I did a talk once called Our Surveillance. And the idea is that every waking hour of our lives, we're certainly under our own surveillance. It has been said that in modern times, we've got 22 cameras that capture our image on average a day. On average. Now, this is all pre-COVID averages when more people were out circulating in the world. But as people were in the world, they have approximately 22 times that their image will be captured. So we know that we are under surveillance when we're out. But when is the last time you stopped and considered that you are under your own surveillance? And that when we are under our own surveillance, we have opinions about that which we are surveying. So as we're watching ourselves operate within each given moment, we're having opinions about that. In other words, good job, Ken. Well done. And this is a discussion between Ken and Ken. Good job, Ken. That was a good thing to do, man. That was a loving act to perform. That was a kind thing to say. That was a helpful gesture, Ken. Whatever it is. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for actually writing that out. No good deed goes unacknowledged. I think that is such a higher vibrational thought. And so what happens is, as Ken holds that opinion, or Michelle holds that opinion about herself, or Anna holds that opinion, or Patricia, or Pamela, or Carlos, I'm going down the list,
hey,
or Sandy.
Glenn, can I address one thing real fast? I want to talk about what Eric Bam is talking about here, because down further he says I disagree. And so he says, if all you ever post is someone else's content, of course, I 1000% agree with that. You want to post your own content, obviously. I'm saying you need to, because he says, I disagree. Sharing is great. I
disagree. I'm not understanding, Ken. Disagree with what?
I'm not sure.
Well, Eric, make it clear what you disagree with, please.
Yeah. But not at the expense of talking about my family, my customers, or my business.
Oh, basically, he's disagreeing with the concept of being an oversharer.
Well, so here's
is what
the
it
thing.
sounds like.
Now, Eric is in the pizza business. He sells pizza dough, I think, to pizza shops, right? So, do you know anybody that owns a pizza chain or a pizza store?
Do I know anyone personally?
Yeah,
I guess now I do.
I do. I know people that own pizza chains.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm friends on Facebook with the CEO of Donato's Pizza, which is
And I'm guessing you know them because you support their business.
I support their business and I share their stuff. And here's the thing, dude. When like if I'm sharing Eric Bam's stuff, right? I'm sharing Eric and his stuff is pizza dough or what
Sure.
I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's it. And
Sure.
and so then I'm the CEO of Donato's Pizza, Jane Grody, who's a friend of mine. Like she sees it, bam, who's it? What's this about pizza dough or what's this about? So I think that it's important for us to share our other people's content as well as ours. I totally agree with him saying we need to share our own content. Obviously, yes, we need to share our own content, but there's no such thing as oversharing other people's content. No such thing.
Well, I think the idea, let me say to offer an additional thought, Ken, I think that there would be a version of oversharing. For example, and I'm not saying this to be funny, I really mean this. Had I showed up this morning, now I love you, right? I mean, look, I just said that on the internet, but I just said it on the internet, okay, which is a whole different thing. So I love you, you're my soul brother. And yet, I don't know if you know this, but on this movie, at no point do I have on my head Ken Walls for president, right? At no point in this movie. Now I have a tattoo in the movie. Look at this. I have a tattoo.
Oh, snap. Look
my
at that.
My character has a tattoo. Now,
Nice.
what it doesn't say under this is the Ken and Glenn show with a guy named Scott. What it doesn't say is I love Ken Walls. Right. And the reason is it's not the time nor the place. So I think there can be such a thing as oversharing, meaning you've got to know when it's the time, when it's the place. And there are times, oh, look at this. This bromance is solid. Yes, it is. But we've got to know, we've got to select our spots, you know, and make sure that our shares are congruent with where they do and do not belong. There are times where they don't belong. And so they have hired me on this movie to tell the story of a character's life and nothing else, nothing.
Right.
And anything beyond that would be an overshare. That would be something
not allowed to say, oh, by the way, watch the Ken and Glenn show with a guy named, can you
at the end of the movie, I don't come back and go, you know, and wink and go, watch Breakthrough Walls with Ken Walls on a daily basis. Watch that.
Dude,
it's really good. Yeah. So, you know, and I would give a plug for Eric's business. What does this say? What did Eric say? You
two should get a room.
Yeah. Well, we had an option at getting a room and we chose not to in Nashville. We looked at each other. We felt our feelings. We hugged each other and sent ourselves on each other's way. So
that was in Nashville. We were strangers in the night.
But I think overall, Eric, you know, Ken is just referring to the fact that there is value. Can I kind of go really big picture? Simply put, there's value to goodwill in the world.
Dude,
that's what this is about. This isn't even about sharing. It's about just genuine goodwill.
But I have a request. I want you to talk to John and see if
I'll see John here in about 10 minutes.
Say Ken wants to know if we can all three get together and make snow cones. Okay.
Is that per Anna's request or what?
No, I just think it's a great idea.
You want to come have a snow cone down here?
I do.
I don't think this will be the only time I'm down here. I'm down, man. It's been a paradise. We are in Holden, Louisiana, which is about 35 minutes east of Baton Rouge, between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. And this is where John lives, and John Schneider Studios is here. In fact, I thought it was really cool that when I was GPSing and there's the picture of the town of Holden, On the map, it says John Schneider Studios. And I thought, well, good for John. He's made the friggin' map, right? It's not just the address. So good for him. And he's down here living the dream that he always had, which is to write, direct, and produce his own movies. And some of them he stars in and others not. Sometimes he'll produce only, sometimes he'll direct only. And then, you know, it's like going to summer camp, only your daytime activities are making the movie. Wow. Instead of horseback riding, we're making movies all day. And then at night, if you want to have a campfire, you do that. Tonight, we're all going to be out there's an Olympic-sized swimming pool it was the community pool. Once upon a time, this was a kids' camp. And so everyone can go out and swim till their heart's content under the moonlight tonight. And we're going to start by popcorn and our shaved ice, watching the movie. Come on, man. That's what life is for.
Wow.
We're just down here celebrating life and breathing it in and being together.
You movie stars just have it made.
Well, we really do, if you think about
it. And anybody that knows you knows, A, that you hate being called a movie star, and B, that you're just being sarcastic. And I love that, man.
But see, I'm a team player. That's why I just went with, we really do. Because it was the path of least resistance.
I love it, dude.
So where's Brian? I need my brother Brian in here tonight.
Brian.
I see Brian Monahan. Where's and Brian Hess, and where's Robert Rooker tonight? Where's Samuel Sneed tonight?
I haven't seen Samuel Sneed, man.
Is Roxy here with you this evening?
No, she's not. She's probably on a set too. I think she's doing a movie.
Sandy Archer says she loves John. Hey, why don't you can you screen share a moment with John from the other night for those that missed it?
Sandy, I think she was on. She saw it.
Oh, she was.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, teen crush. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a crush on John, and I'm hopelessly heterosexual. You know? And my two crushes in my life, go on record, John Schneider, Ken Walls. That's it. Actually, Bob Donnell. Bob Donnell and I had a fling for a while, and we're still in the afterglow. But
I love Bob.
Ken and I have had an extended honeymoon phase, and I think it's very close to an actual ceremony.
This right here wins the Comment of the Night award.
You want to hear that talented folks can enjoy the fruits of their labor. Amen.
God, that is such can I talk about that comment?
Yeah, please.
Anna, you are 1000%. Like, so many people hate on success. And dude, you'll never be successful if you hate on successful people. Never, ever hate up. Never hate up on people that are winning up here and you want to get there. Like, you know, that's like somebody's and people like Glenn Morshower, people like me, people that are up on top of the mountain. We're trying to pull people up with us, man. And you know what's crazy is there are people that we're trying to pull up that are literally down there handing other people stones, going, "Hey, throw this at him, throw this at him, do it, throw it at him." Right? So like you're throwing stones at the guys that are trying to pull you up on the mountain with them.
Or possibly even hurling a grappling hook at you to pull you off the mountain.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Yes. That's right, man. So
well, there is a whole section of society that enjoys the fall from the highest imaginable place. And the higher you can fall from, the greater the joy.
It's crazy.
In watching the tumble, which is an awful thing, but it's a very real aspect of society. You know, build each other up, brag on them, love on them. Yes. I like Sandy. Yeah. And I like Anna, who just said that. My God. So did we find out, is it Anna or Anna? Anna, probably Anna.
She answers by both. So I asked that early on. But yeah, so you and Sandy nailed it. You can learn from them. I learn from people every single day that I'm trying to get to, and I learn from people on every level of life too. And I treat everybody the same. Unless they treat me like crap, then they're probably going to get a big old dose of that right back. So,
Well,
or I'll try to make you smile.
you know, we have to remain teachable at all times. And it's just wonderful because there is no one in life who can't offer a valuable insight to us at any point in time. There is no, I mean, I got away with the notion years ago, and I think it's what's made for a very peaceful life. There is no bigger than, better than, more important than. It's all human illusion nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just about, to me, my definition of happiness is certainly not related to your bank account. Certainly not. Because I've been around too many wealthy, unhappy people to believe in that. That myth was shattered for me long ago. To me, the truest definition of happiness is in this very moment. Do you feel excited? And do you feel good? And do you feel content about residing in your uniquely assigned sack of skin?
Right.
Period. And are you at peace? Or are you at war within? Are you struggling? Are you hiding? Or are you at ease? Do you wish it were different than it is? Give that up, or do something about it. But don't sit around wishing that it were different. Yeah. There's no future in that. You can run a thought that maybe you wish it were different, but it's got to move into action. Otherwise, the thought itself is pointless. But the idea is the minute we can stop wishing that it were different than it is, or wishing we were someone other than we are, or wishing that we had someone else's stuff, or it's going to get better when, these are all human traps, and they're nonsense, and they are lies. And I'll tell you when it gets better right now. Right now, when we decide, you know what, this is good. This is good. This is a good moment. It's a good moment. It's a good night. I got my brother Ken here. We got lots of people that watch your show and our show together. Living fully at peace. Patricia, yes, yes, and yes.
Yep, I agree. Dude, I am so grateful that you jumped on here tonight, man.
Yeah, and I'm going to jump off because I was invited and I want to go down to be a part of this screening. Hello to you, Larry Schneider. We love you, brother. We're grateful for you.
Be sure to tell John I sent him a friend request, and nobody puts baby in the corner. So listen, on this notion of sharing, Vance reached out to me this morning, and I was able to share his text with John because he was a big Dukes of Hazzard fan. Oh. And so I shared his text, and it was about a movie that John had done called Dream House. And I'm going to see it now. My phone's dead. But anyway, and he wanted me to recount one of John's money lines in the movie. And as soon as I started, John took over and finished the line. Now, this is a movie he did in the early 80s. So we're talking about almost 40 years ago. And he finished the line and then went on to tell me the story about the line, the history of it, and why that line became famous. And it was, it was exciting. And then I mentioned Vance is getting married tomorrow. And I said, so sometime this week, since he's getting married, let's call him and let's FaceTime him. And let's get on and have you perform that line for him as a one-person audience. Wow. Let's just call him and you perform that portion of the scene for him. Talk about a way to make someone feel special. That's it.
This is investment. This is investment in relationships. So my friend Don Rody, and I'll close with this, Ken, but you've heard me say it before, but maybe some of the people here haven't. My dear friend Don Rody said to me it was easily 40 years ago. He said that he feels like the secret to happiness and joy, consistent joy, not broken joy, not inconsistent, but just a streamline of constant joy, is made possible by identifying the need in someone else's life, identifying a need in someone else's life and meeting it before they've even asked. Or it could be a want or a wish. So for example, I know what this would mean to my friend to have John do that, but he never asked. He never said, would you do this for me, bud? Would you go ask John to do? Never. And it's actually, I'm doing it for him because he didn't ask.
And here's the other side of that equation. John will do it because John has a giving, kind, caring personality and heart. And
Yes.
John, like you, has experienced massive success in the movie and television industry because that is one of his qualities, just like you.
And we've known each other for 41 years. The last time we worked together, we were 24 and 23. And the first time we worked together, we were 20 and 19. And now here we are 61 and 60. So that's a while. And when someone says, hey, bud, I got an idea. You want to help me bring a smile to someone else's day? I'll tell you the standard answer is, of course. Yeah. Of course. That's so awesome. If you've got an opportunity, guys, to bring a smile on any level to someone else's day, to have their day be just a little bit brighter, just do it. Don't veto it. Don't second guess it. Just do it. Go be a blessing in someone's life. I love you, bro. I'm going to go watch this movie with the crew.
Love you, dude. Have fun, man.
Yeah. And again, I will be with you on Sunday evening for the Ken and Glenn show with a guy named Scott. You guys have a great weekend.
Hey, call me later after your
I'll call you after the screening later tonight.
Yep. All right.
Okay, bye. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye. Wow, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. So look, I hear what Eric Bam said earlier. I don't know if Eric's still on here or not, but what he said earlier is, sharing about your family, sharing about your business, sharing about your life and your customers. I 1000% agree. You need to do that, but you also need to share other people's stuff. You need to do that. All right, listen, I'm out. This was epic, Anna. It's Anna, right? You like Anna? Did I get that right? Anna. I think that's what you said. So I appreciate you all. Love you all. I appreciate the unbelievable amount of shares on this video tonight. I saw over and over and over people sharing. I can't thank you enough. I really genuinely appreciate it. Bam, Megamind, #share. That's right, Kellen. You got it. Larry, you have a great night. Anna, I will try with everything in my soul to remember that it's Anna, although I do like the sound of Anna as well. But I will try with everything in my soul to remember that. Love you guys. Have a great night and go help somebody else out tonight. Have a great night. See you.